Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am Michael, and I've got the beard. That is Benny. He's got the hat, and we are the Caged Lions. Welcome to episode 11. We've got a banger today. We've got so much going on. Wild weekend of sports, esports, gaming, all that. And we're going to mix in some holidays as well. But first and foremost, Ben, how are you today?
I am excellent, and everybody, how you like the graphics?
Yeah.
Got some
Whew.
new toys,
Yep.
some new decor to play around with. Very exciting about that. I don't know, just something about going onto our YouTube channel and not seeing an orange sea makes me feel so good. You know what
For
I mean?
sure. Yep. And by
Um,
the time everyone sees this, we will have a Twitter banner, profile pictures, everything, and the other thing. We are just super excited. I asked the person who designed them for us, plug your socials, and he has no socials to plug. So it was just a friend of a
Damn.
friend, and he did an amazing job. So thank you so much if you're watching. If you're not, we're definitely thinking of you, and we'll come to you in the future. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it when he sent me the proofs last night. I was like, oof. He's a heat.
Yeah, and then you booted it up. You're like, all right, let's throw this into OBS, see how it looks. And you're like, oh, I don't have to
Oh.
change anything. Like, I don't have to move anything around. It just all boom fits into place
Yep. I
perfectly.
put
So
it in the
yeah,
corner, scooted it over, and I was like, oh, it fits. Whew.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So the topics on deck today, we are going to talk about the game awards that happened, I believe, last Thursday night because it was with the Pats game. We've got some NFL Week 14 wrap up, including a preview of tonight's Monday Night Football. We're going to talk about some Cyberpunk, maybe a little other gaming stuff. That's definitely the most prominent thing right now. Cyberpunk is
For
under the
sure.
microscope. Got a couple things
Yes.
about the lifestyle, about how I am still a man child, and we're going to talk about the holidays a little bit because even though we are 11 days from Christmas, it does not feel like it. So we're going to try to get a little holiday cheer in today.
11 days, bro.
11
What the
days.
fuck?
It literally doesn't feel like it. Like I am
Not at all.
been listening to Taylor Swift Christmas music in my Christmas playlist all the time, and I'm just like,
Bro,
bro.
we need some more snow. I don't want another green Christmas here in
Hmm.
Massachusetts. But
I
yeah,
went
so
I went for a 4 mile run today, and
Woo.
it was snowing outside. And I was like, but this isn't gonna stay here. And I was like, fuck.
Oh, you got snow today?
I
Lucky. It
mean,
was
like
just
a
kind of
couple
rainy over
flurries,
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah,
gross day.
yeah.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about today were the Game Awards. They happen Sunday night or Thursday night. Sorry, a lot of controversial picks. And the Game Awards. Oh, gaming's supposed to bring people together, stuff like that. It felt like it really divided a lot of people. But at the same time, there's some buttery motherfucking bullshit I want to unpack. First of all,
Oh yeah.
Among Us getting best multiplayer game. Sorry? Did I miss the entire year? It
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
I
I
don't
I
know,
mean,
man.
if the Game Awards wasn't 2020, it was like 2 months maybe, that would make sense because it absolutely did take over, and
No, it did for sure.
if the takeover had happened in maybe even, like, March, it would've made sense,
But
but
we didn't see it until like July
yeah,
or August at least.
which is kinda crazy.
And the game also
Um,
came out in 2018.
yeah, I mean,
It didn't
it
drop on PC until this year, and it was a mobile game before that, and we'll touch on that in a little bit. But I don't know, man.
yeah,
I felt like Warzone deserved this one the most.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there.
Cause
Warzone was
so
crazy.
just for anyone that doesn't know or didn't watch the awards, Among Us won Best Multiplayer, and the other nominees were Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Valorant, Warzone, and Fall Guys. Fall Guys got 15 minutes of fame and never really took off there, so it was unfortunate. But I personally think Warzone should have won. Animal Crossing was just kind of a meme pick for Best Multiplayer. I've played the multiplayer; it's kind of janky, but
Yeah, I didn't really think of Animal Crossing as, like, a multiplayer game. I know
no, me
you
neither.
can do multiplayer, but, to me, it was more just a game like, "Oh, like, I'm done with all my school for the day, I wanna unwind, I'm gonna play Animal Crossing for a few hours."
Yeah, that's what I did for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So the biggest award, Game of the Year, the nominees: Ghost of Tsushima, Animal Crossing, Last of Us 2, Doom, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Hades. And The Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year. I I was like, "Are you serious?" It
I I saw all the nominees beforehand and I laughed out loud at The Last of Us 2
yeah,
because it was so like laughed at. The reviews, the players, everyone said that it was horrible, and I was just so surprised it even made it into the conversation. So, I mean, it's like you see a great movie, like Last of Us 1, right?
mhm,
You see a phenomenal movie, or you read this is even better. You read a great book, and um, then a few years later, you find out that they're making a movie for the book, and so you're so pumped to see it, and then you go and
and it fucking
you're so
sucks.
disappointed. They took characters away, they changed stuff. They didn't follow the original way that the book was supposed to the plot of the
Yep,
book was supposed to play out. That's how I felt about The Last of Us 2.
I think you're definitely right on that. I personally have played Animal Crossing, Doom, and that's it. And I only got to play Doom for a little bit at PAX this year, which, by the way, crazy that I went to a convention in March of this year for
Oh
not
my
one
god.
day but 2 days.
Wow.
February 28th and March 1st, or February 27th and March 1st. I went.
That's crazy.
It blows my mind. But anyways, I think that Ghost of Tsushima or Doom should have won. Final Fantasy VII Remake was a great game. I watched Glad play every hour of it, but I personally just don't think it had that extra edge.
Yeah.
And Hades, I believe, won Best Indie Game. So
Hades
if it
was
won,
awesome.
Hades looks sick. Wasn't it the one where you like start with different builds and you try to like survive the dungeon or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, it's like a dungeon crawler.
That's sick. I
Yeah.
love that shit.
But, like, the voice acting, everything was phenomenal. Honestly, I think Last of Us 2 should have been, like, at the bottom of that list. Like,
Even
I
though
would
I think it's above Animal Crossing in terms of best game of the year, but
well, yeah. I mean, if you're ranking every single specific aspect, but
for sure,
I
yeah, it
personally think
definitely
I
should have
enjoyed
been.
Animal Crossing 2 more, or Animal Crossing more.
I don't think it
Mhm.
was the strongest nominee. I thought it was like one of the weakest.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
But so this goes along with the whole thing. It won 8 total awards at the Game Awards.
You kept because I was watching the Patriots game, and you kept texting me, "Dude,
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 won another award. Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year," and I was like, "Bro," first off, I
Are
was
you
pissed because I
fucking
was
kidding
watching
me?
the
Right.
Patriots game, and then I was pissed because some bullshit was going on with the awards.
I had I had the awards on my little screen and the Patriots game on my big screen, and I probably should have flipped that around.
Oh, 100%.
But
Yeah.
we'll get to that in a little bit. So yeah, I mean it won 7 for the game itself, and then one of the voice actors won best voice performance, I believe it was.
Mhm.
So I don't know. We'll
2
try
of the
again
people
next
were
year.
nominated. 2 of the people nominated for Best Voice Actor were from Last of Us 2, which I don't
Wild
yeah,
shit, brother. So,
crazy.
best ongoing, the nominees were Apex, Destiny, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Call of Duty Warzone. And No Man's Sky won best ongoing. I have played all these games except No Man's Sky, but I've seen it. I've seen the work they've done on the game, and it definitely earned its award. The game came
Yeah.
out and it fucking sucked. But they worked on it, and over time it got better. Now I heard it's an amazing game to play. So all the tips of the caps in the world to the devs of No Man's Sky. I mean, you could state a case for every single one of these games except Warzone because it's very recent.
Yeah.
But I mean, Fortnite, I believe, won best ongoing last year. Don't quote me on that.
I mean, sounds
Destiny, Destiny. The thing with Destiny is that it's a good ongoing game. It's not the best one.
no, and
I
that's
can think
coming
of
from
other games that
2
sustained itself right.
diehard Destiny fans, Destiny fanboys. I mean, honestly, looking at the nominees, this was like a soup. It was a pretty strong class,
Hmm.
and I'm not unhappy about No Man's Sky because, like you said,
Absolutely,
everything I heard, people were so hyped about this amazing new, beautiful, creative. Like it was basically a kind of a new type of game that was like
for sure.
pushing the limits of what we thought about gaming, and then it flopped. And now I'm hearing like, No Man's Sky's like actually kind of good. People are still
Yeah,
playing it. People are coming back to it. People who never played it are going to it. So yeah, props to the team working on that.
you guys
Um,
deserve that award.
yeah, 100%.
And
Not
just a
mad
quick
about that.
touch on another Among Us award. They won Best Mobile Game. It was over like Genshin, COD Mobile, and a couple other games. So it definitely deserved Best Mobile Game. But
Yeah,
Best Multiplayer, we're stretching a little bit.
yeah, I 100% agree.
Best Community Support was over Fall Guy. Fall Guys won it, and the nominees were Apex, Destiny, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant. I think that I mean their social media team was electric when Tim
Yeah,
was looking for his first win. It was so
yeah.
funny. And like they ban hackers live on stream and stuff like that. So I definitely from that perspective, again, Destiny, good community support. Our community managers, DMG is like my boy,
Hmm.
but I don't think it deserves the best. It's not the best.
No,
They're very slow with their responses to things.
yeah,
Except when Glad breaks a raid boss with some random exotic.
pretty much. Yeah, I feel really bad for Fall Guys because it was such a huge game for like a month maybe.
Yeah.
And I honestly wonder a lot what would have happened to Fall Guys if Among Us didn't take the world by storm like it did.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's nice to see them getting some recognition because it was a fun game.
No, it definitely was.
It was a cool take on a battle royale, kind of like Wipeout, reminded me
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like old Wii games. So it was
Yeah.
fun. It was a very fun, uplifting game.
It was definitely fun. It was I mean, my friends and I would just play it and we'd just be like, "Ah, what the fuck?" But it
Yeah.
was a good time. I like again taking on the battle royale aspect. It was like, okay, you guys are like on a squad and you playing a game, but you're all out for yourselves.
Hmm.
There can still only be one winner. So
Yeah.
I
The
kind of
best
like
is
that
when you get like a bunch of you guys, like three or four of you guys into
in
like
the
the last
final.
event.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, so like who are we gonna let win? And then somebody else would win. You'd be like, ah,
We tried to rig it and couldn't.
exactly.
Content creator of the year. This was a big one because my favorite creator, Tim the Tatman, was in it. He did not win, as I half expected. Valkyrie won. Um, Elena, JN, Nick Merckx, and Tim the Tatman were the other nominees. I definitely think Valkyrie deserved it, though. I could make a case for Nick Merckx. I haven't really watched the other two content creators, but
Yeah, me either.
I don't think Tim, as much as I love him, he said it himself. He was like, I don't deserve this award. I don't know why the fuck I got nominated.
Yeah.
But that's just why I admire him. He's super humble. Um, But I mean, there's no doubt Valkyrie absolutely blew up this year, and she
No,
cracks
she crushed
100K
it.
all the time
Yeah.
on stream. So you
Yeah.
can say what you
Next
want about
year,
it. So she's just loading up her Among Us lobbies and shit like that. But I mean, she's entertaining.
that's what
So
everybody is doing. And
right, everyone's just stacking their Among Us lobbies.
yeah.
Just fine.
Next
Like
year, I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be Ludwig. This year
yeah,
he blew up. This year he started to take over. Now he's averaging like I'll go into there. When I used to watch him, man, it was like sub 5K. Like I'd see 5K and I'd be like, damn, like pulling numbers
5K
now.
viewers or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And now it's like now he's pulling like 25K. And like when I see 25K, I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe he's doing something a little different today. Next year I'm calling it. It's gonna be his year. And I'm
Well,
gonna take this clip and it's gonna be him.
clip
Calling it.
that shit. Put it on the
Clip that
TikTok.
shit. Yes, sir.
So I have a story like that too. It's like when I first found Glad, I was like, "Fuck, I need a Destiny 2 streamer to watch." This is
Mhm.
in year 1 because I had no idea how to do anything in the game, and I was like, "No better person to learn from than a streamer."
Yeah.
And I found Glad, and he had like 580 viewers, and I was like, "Damn!" And he was like at the top of the Destiny
Yeah.
list,
Directory.
and
Yeah.
now he gets like 7K on reset day, and I'm like, "Okay, dude."
Yeah.
It's awesome to see a streamer grow over time.
100%. Especially someone you like kind of you weren't with them from like the beginning, but
Right.
like the amount of growth that you've seen happen and you're, yeah. I
I
don't know.
mean, we say it all the time. Content creation catalyzes into itself.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree with that.
So, closing it out here for the Game Awards. Best esport, League of Legends over Call of Duty, Counter Strike, Valorant, and Fortnite. Fortnite can get the fuck out as an esport.
Not a good esport.
Not a great game, not a good esport.
Yeah.
You could kind of sort of make a case for Valorant. It's a lot of fun as an esport.
Mhm.
CS, very organized leagues,
Yeah.
very large scene. Call of
Call
Duty,
of Duty, nah.
not quite,
Maybe
almost
this
not
year
quite.
this year is gonna be cool the way they're doing it and the way things are shaking up.
Yeah, they're switching it
So,
back to fours.
yeah,
A
I'm
lot of
excited for
competitors were
that.
excited for that. Yeah.
But League of
Um.
Legends, I'm not mad that I don't think any game got snubbed, but just the fact that it's League of Legends, I'm like,
I mean,
yeah,
at this point, even League of Legends players hate League of Legends, so it's like,
exactly.
and the best esports event was League of Legends Worlds this year, beating out the Overwatch League Grand Finals, Call of Duty League Grand Finals, Blast Premier in the spring, and IEM Katowice, which is, I believe, CS, right? Intel Extreme
Yes.
Masters. Yes, that's a major. Yeah. I mean, I definitely think it deserves it. League of Legends Worlds gets the most hype for any esports
Yeah,
event all year. I don't understand how they don't win, like how they don't 1-2 it every single year.
me neither.
Like it
Well,
just
because it's the
seems to
same
me that
shit. It's just so repetitive, I think.
yeah, and I feel like
Like,
if a game comes onto the scene and has like a really good esports scene, and like I
yeah,
could see Valorant winning it next year.
yeah, facts. I mean, just the fact that like the Valorant esports, like there, it just wasn't super like set up yet.
Yeah,
Like, give it a year. You know what I mean?
right. Well, it's cool to see that like the Valorant esports streams get a lot of viewership
Yeah,
because maybe on the Valorant esports page it only gets like 20K viewers, but Myth Channel has 100,000
yeah.
when he's
It's almost
co-streaming it, and like a lot of people co-stream it and stuff like that, and that feeds into itself. With the Overwatch League, you weren't allowed to do that,
that's crazy.
and I think with the Call of Duty League, you can't do that either
Yeah,
because Activision puts it behind a wall. But I mean, Riot's really good with allowing co-streams and stuff, and that boosts their numbers way up. So
yeah. It's almost like it's a different game. That's what the pros have said. Like, it's a whole another beast.
yeah,
The way you play it as an esport versus the way you play like casually.
for
It's
sure. Oh,
crazy.
it looks completely different as an esport than the way I play.
Yeah.
They play it much faster.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so you want to kick it to us with some NFL Week 14 since I just gave my half an hour rant on
Yeah.
on
Sounds
gaming.
good. Yeah, well, so while you were watching the Game Awards, I was watching football, and at the beginning, I was like, "Dude, I'm watching the Patriots, man." Michael's watching the Game Awards. Like we're both happy watching, and then
I
the
think by the
Patriots
time
just got
10:30 hit, we were both just like, "What the
skunked.
fuck are we even doing awake?"
Yeah, it was bad. The Patriots defense, honestly, shout out to them. They made it a game that we should have competed in, but it just like I think we got like 3 first downs in the first half. Something
Oh,
maybe
don't
maybe
even tell
7.
me that, dude.
It was ridiculous, dude. We couldn't throw the ball at all, and we couldn't stop Akers, bro. He had like
171
he
yards.
set a record of rushing yards in the first quarter or whatever halfway through it. Like there was still like 6 minutes left, and they were like, "Oh, this is a franchise record with rush yards in the first quarter." And I was like, "Bro, like, come on."
I know.
It was bad, and that was a game that out of the games that we had left, that is the game we needed to win the least, but we still pretty much needed to win that game. Like
Yeah.
we can still technically make the playoffs, but some wacky shit needs to go down. So
Mhm.
obviously, I'm still gonna hope that it happens, and I'm still gonna like root for like the Dolphins to lose and the Bills to
Right.
lose. Except last night, I'm very happy the Bills won last night.
I'm very happy. We'll
But
get to that in a minute.
yeah, but other than that, man, it's not looking too hot. I was fucking around on the New York Times like playoff simulator thing,
Yeah.
and it's not looking too good.
No. I believe ESPN projects us as a 6% chance to make the playoffs because we lost the AFC East last
Yeah, so
night.
we need to
I'm out.
sneak in there,
I'm out on the
unless
Patriots.
unless it's a long shot. But if like COVID happens and the team can't play and they don't like add another week at the end, which is a
I
wild card.
The
That
best
that
record we can finish is 9-7. Anyone goes 10-6 and they're in.
yeah.
So I think I'm out on the Patriots for this year. I think they're finished. They're finished, not done. Um, I think it's impossible we get to the playoffs. I'll definitely still watch. Definitely still root for them. Still wear all
Yeah,
my shit. But yeah,
I'm a
uh,
I'm a little bit more like I'm definitely not optimistic, but I'm like hopeful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
I get it. I
could
get it.
happen. It probably won't, but like it could.
Okay.
So I'm not like I'm not gonna absolutely slam the door in Cam Newton's face yet, but I'm
I
close.
think I think the quarterback and defensive coordinator positions need to be reevaluated. I
Yeah.
think the offensive coordinator position, Josh needs talking to.
Mhm.
If we run a single jailbreak screen on 3rd and 17 again, someone's getting hit.
Dude, it's almost like predictable. You see him line up and you're like, "Wait a
They're,
minute.
oh
Like don't
no.
do it. Don't do it." And they snap the ball and he looks over the side instantly and you're like, "Oh no.
I
Like
was like, oh,
why?"
Jake Bailey's already running on the field when he hears the play call on 3rd down. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
It's so brutal, bro. It's and like watching Cam Newton throw, he like releases it here and then finishes down. So the ball just takes a nosedive. Have you noticed that? It just goes into the dirt. There's like
It,
nothing our receivers can do, man. It's crazy.
it Thursday night showed that we need to pass the ball to have a chance in the football game. And
Hmm.
if we can't pass the ball, we're not going to win games. And we couldn't
Yeah.
pass the ball.
Like we didn't even like our run game wasn't excellent, but it wasn't like abysmal in that
Right.
game. And we
But the
still got our
Rams
asses
have a
handed to
legit
us.
defense
Yeah, exactly.
and
They're
a
not.
really legit defensive line.
Hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was
There's not
tough.
much more we can say about that.
No.
Let me throw the
But
ball. Special teams.
shout out special teams.
It's a bright spot in a dim patch, you know.
Shout out Nick
Every
Folk.
single every single time Gunner gets a ball punted to him, like, oh, he could take it back. He could take it back. He could be like, he
He
could
gets
be
like
receiving
15
it at the
yards to
1 yard
return.
line. It's insane. He'll have like two guys closing in on him. He'll like sidestep one, and then he'll take it like 15 yards. That shouldn't have happened.
It's
He like should
routine.
be fair catching these balls, but he's not,
Right.
which is awesome. I'm not complaining about that. I
No,
love it.
I'm definitely not complaining about it. Go Browns. That's what
Yeah.
I'm and our offense needs to literally, they're all fired. Someone needs to open up the depth chart.
Did you see my tweets about Nikhil Harry? He wasn't that bad, bro. He had some
Bro,
plays.
I'm so over Nikhil Harry.
I think I talked about this on the last episode, but I just want to see Nikhil get like 25 targets, 30 targets
Yeah.
one game, and just see what happens. And like make your decision after that. Because if he like actually has production when he's being looked at that much, maybe keep him around. But if not, then just get rid of him.
Yeah.
Because he had some good plays, but obviously nothing like game changing. Because
So real quick, I want to kick it to Vikings Bucks, our daily Tampa Bay watch.
mm-hmm.
The Bucks won 26-14, but Tom Brady, fucking absolute bricks
They
out on
should
that
not have
football
won
field.
that game. They
They,
should not have won
the
that
Bucks
game.
defense played one of their best games of the year, and that's why they beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
Because the Vikings offense was cooking. Justin Jefferson catches anything that's thrown within 50 yards of him. My fucking boy.
Yeah, he's a stud.
But I mean, if we're keeping it a buck, not prime
Ha,
performance for Tom Brady.
a buck.
Jesus Christ.
Nice. Yeah, I he I still am having a pretty good fantasy week without him performing very well. But if Lamar has like for some reason has like 40 points tonight, I'm gonna be so mad at Tom Brady because I think he had like 15 for me, which is so bad.
What's so speaking of fantasy, what's tough is that I had Derrick Henry, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, and Travis Kelsey and the Rams defense,
Ooh,
but a bye week.
that how much did you score?
I'm projected like 150 points after tonight.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's
it's a
even odd.
PPR league, but like
Still, that's almost guaranteed a dub.
I have the same record as someone else in my league, or someone else in my conference. But I lost to her twice, both times we played. So I was like, what? Because Darren Waller only decides to drop 50 when he plays against me. Dude,
That was insane.
he's the sole reason I've lost both of those matchups.
That
And Derrick Henry getting
blows.
like 4 points on the weeks I play against
Yeah.
Darren Waller. I'm like, guys, really? Darren Waller is now my boogeyman.
That's so crazy that even though you lost twice,
I
you
have
still
that,
got the
so
tie.
it's point differential or point.
That's such a weird tiebreaker.
I know.
Like
I was
first
like,
tiebreaker. That's a weird first
I
tiebreaker.
was like, the person I'm playing against or the person I beat out for the first one must be so mad.
Watch him like lose in the first round.
Well, that's
That
what
would
I told
suck.
So the person I'm playing against and one of my buddies, they're dating. Like they've been dating for like a year.
Hmm.
And so I told him, I was like, you need to beat her this week.
That would be
I was
so
like, this
funny.
is what you need to do. Because then you knock off the 2 seed in our league and I get a free path to the chip.
That would be badass, though. Yeah, you have a pretty solid team. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just glad that I'm probably not gonna lose out my league because then I don't have to do the punishment, and I
Right.
really don't want to.
Right.
So it's looking good for me not having to right now. Like, but the ESPN predictions, like I have like a 95% chance of winning the game now. That is such bullshit.
Bullshit.
Just like their point projection, bro. Yeah,
For their point
it's some
projection,
BS.
Derrick Henry's projected like 17 points and gets 37. Like,
Yeah, they don't
amp the
know
numbers
like
up
that.
a little bit.
To be fair, that's like kind of hard to do. Like, how are you supposed to know how many times they like go down to
Right.
the 1 yard line instead of like throwing it in? You know what I mean? But yeah, the Chiefs, or the Bucks should not have won that game, and
No.
neither should the Chiefs.
True. That is true.
But we needed, I as far as like the Patriots getting into the playoffs, we needed them to. But they played a really good football game, which is scary because now we got the Patriots who are like they're okay, the Bills who are
We're
like really good,
nasty.
and the Dolphins who are like also solid. Like when did this happen? God damn.
I don't know how the Bills just got nasty in 2 years.
Yeah,
Their
Homer
only
genius.
acquisition was like
Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs.
Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. That's it. They
Did you
have
did
like
you
the
watch that
same
game
roster.
last night?
Uh, the Saints and
No, it was Bills Steelers last night.
oh yeah, I did watch it.
Yeah, dude. Stephon Diggs balled out.
He had like 10 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, dude, their
So
chemistry
crazy.
is so good.
Yeah, dude.
And
But
now
I
we're
mean,
mixing games.
a couple
Back
things
to the
about
Chiefs.
the Chiefs Dolphins is that Mahomes threw 3 interceptions. To put that
That's
into perspective, he threw 2 all season this year.
that's insane.
And the Brian Flores defense just kept picking him off.
The Brian Flores Miami
What?
Dolphins defense.
The team that a
What
year
the
ago
fuck?
was being talked about tanking for Trevor Lawrence next year.
Yeah.
And now they're in the playoff race.
Yeah. Like very much in the playoff race.
Like now they're very much playoff contenders because I believe they have to play the Jets. Or they get to
Oh
play the
no.
Jets.
Yeah, they get to play. That is a privilege.
For us, we get to play the Jets week 17.
Yeah. But kind of going back to the Chiefs just haven't looked their last like 3-4 games they've been kind of eking away with wins that they almost don't deserve. And
Yeah,
that could be because they're on like they're a lock for the playoffs. They obviously know they have that
they're on cruise control
they
right
got locked
now.
up. So they could just be on cruise control, kind of taking it easy, which I understand. But like at the
You're not
same
done
time,
yet.
you don't expect Mahomes to throw fucking 3 picks. Like more
Right,
than double your pick total in the season in one game.
right.
I don't
It's
know.
wild. I mean, I personally think that that's what makes the Chiefs such a good football team because they might come out a little sluggish. But okay, you see one drive, you see what they're made of, you make adjustments, and then you just ball the fuck out for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like that's what made us so good in 2018. Like that's what literally got us to the Super Bowl in 2018.
Yeah.
We would always come out a little sluggish, and then we'd make adjustments based off of Bill, and then we just ball the fuck out for the rest of the game.
Dude,
And
like
it
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
even be
even watch the
close.
first quarter. I'd like show up at my buddy's house like at the start of the second quarter and be like, "All right, now the game's starting. Let's go."
And they just roll them. Like it wouldn't even be a close. Like the
Yeah.
first quarter would always be like, oh shit, like 10-7, like yo. And then
No.
the final score would be like 37-10.
Yeah.
But I mean, so Bill Steelers last night.
I picked that in
The
my
the t-
league. I
the
picked
TikTok
them.
the TikTok Kings versus the Bills Mafia.
Yeah. Don't dance.
Don't dance.
Juju, you gotta stop dancing on the logos, man. It's
Did you
such a
see the
bad
one from
look.
last night?
Yeah, it's
I
such a
cringed.
bad
I was
look.
like, "Oh my god."
Like, I get it if you wanna, like, because he's big on TikTok and, like, he's a funny guy. If you wanna do that maybe on the sidelines, but doing that on the logo and then losing is just, like, mortifyingly embarrassing.
Mhm.
And now, yeah, they went from 11-1 to 11-3, or 11-0 to 11-3. Like,
11-2.
that's what I meant. 11-2. They lost their last 2 games. They were an undefeated team. Now they're on a 2-game losing streak.
They lost to the football team.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the Bills are legit, but the football team, I
They
wouldn't
had
go there
another
yet.
big game this week. This
Yeah, they
weekend
did.
too.
They beat the Niners.
Yeah, I picked that too. I picked that
Oh,
too.
I might be a fan of the football team now.
Their defense is crazy. Chase Young is balling out. Their
That's what
front four is wild.
that's what the first take guys were saying this morning. They're like, this defense is elite, and
Yeah,
Alex
it's
Smith
really
looks
good.
good.
Yeah,
So
which is
like the
awesome.
football
You would
team could
love
be
to
on the
see
up and
that.
up.
Yeah, that was, oh my
Um,
gosh. I like heard a tape, or I was got like a Bleacher Report notification. It was like he was like bleeding out of his leg,
yeah,
and I was
and
like,
he just
"Oh
kept
no.
playing.
Oh no. Oh no." But he like
He
never, I
Kurt
don't even
Schilling
think
that
he
shit.
came out of the game. Yeah, it was
No,
awesome.
he's. I think it should be renamed the Alex Smith Comeback Player of the Year now.
It 100% should be. But
Like, there's
and
no
that's why
conversation.
Ben's pissed off because he thought he had that before Alex Smith came back. He had that on lock.
Yeah, and then Alex Smith handed him the L.
Yeah,
But
twice.
are the Steelers frauds?
They were the worst 11-0 team probably ever.
I think
Like,
that's fair.
their strength of schedule was so weak.
But I mean, they
Um,
had to play the Titans. They had to play the Ravens.
yeah. Well, the Ravens aren't who they were last
The
year.
Ravens are frauds. We addressed that last
Yeah,
week.
but I mean, they looked really good against really bad teams, and then they played okay against like some of the better teams they played against, and then the football team clobbered them, which I think is awesome.
Now, do you think this could be a thing like it like last year was for us? Like we started 8-0 and we were red hot, and then we played legit contenders and went 4-4 and lost in the first round.
Um,
Because we were the worst 12-4 team in the history of football last year, going
yeah,
into the playoffs.
I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens. Not gonna
But
lie,
yeah, I think that this year I hope to see a Titans Bills AFC Championship
that would be cool.
or
Go
Titans
Titans.
Dolphins.
I mean, go Bills.
I mean,
I love
I
Josh Allen.
I loved
Love
I
Josh
love the
Allen.
Bills a lot, but I mean, the King,
King Henry.
King Henry.
I'm still pissed about what he did to us last year.
Oh my God,
Not
didn't he
over
run
that
for like
yet.
215 yards?
Yeah, we literally could not tackle him.
No one can.
We were
Josh Norman
like,
tried to tackle him and is now in the shadow realm.
that was hilarious.
So, a
But
little
yeah,
preview of Monday Night Football tonight. We got Ravens Browns. Go Browns.
go Browns.
Go Browns.
This is, I mean, they've come off like 2 like statement games to prove
Solid
like
games.
they're a good team. And this is just another test. I mean, they should win. I think they're going to win. Uh,
They have like a 51% chance to win, according to ESPN.
I mean, yeah, they just got to pound the rock. They
They
just got
do.
to establish
Pound
the
the
run
rock.
game, and then Baker needs to make a few passes. This is not going to be a game where Baker Mayfield's going to throw for 400 yards. It needs to be a game where they just pound the rock, man.
I say he goes 22 of 35 for 260 yards, 2 TDs, and a pick.
Yeah, and then running
Is
back. What do you?
Nick Chubb?
Yeah. Well, they have a pretty lethal running back duo. So
Yeah,
they're
I can't
looking
get running back numbers, but
130 yards,
2
one,
TDs or
well,
one?
one touchdown. But
One TD.
it could be either one, you know. But I think I think Nick Chubb's gonna take the lead.
I think Nick Chubb will do it.
Yeah.
All the
He's
Ravens
good.
fans saying, "Oh, we're injured. Oh, we had COVID." So are we. So are the Patriots. We know how it is. Who gives
Yeah.
a fuck? When you got to play contenders, play contenders.
Exactly.
Your game got postponed 5 times so you could play your game. Ours didn't.
Mhm.
Actually, wait, ours did versus the
Whoa.
Chiefs. That was because that was the other NFL's like
And we still almost won that.
golden child, and we win that game if we have Cam
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Gilly.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick it back to gaming a little bit with a little bit of Cyberpunk. Actually, I want to go talk about Formula One real quick because the last race
Okay.
of the season was on Sunday.
Sure.
Saturday qualifying, Red Bull takes the first non-Mercedes pole position of the year.
Woohoo.
In Sunday, the result was as expected. Red Bull takes the win. It was a fantastic drive, very boring race to end the season, but it was a super chaotic year, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It just really goes to show anything can happen in Formula One.
Hmm.
But it was good to end the season on a high note. Red Bull takes that momentum into the off season. 96 days until the next race. All right, and that was talking F1.
Damn.
Kicking it to Cyberpunk a little bit. Not looking too good for CDPR, dude. Not looking too good.
Yeah, I've definitely since the last time we talked, I've definitely consumed a lot more. Um, and I didn't realize at first that the game was supposed to have a more cartoony feel. So I take back what I said about the graphics. I'm watching the streamers who are playing it like as it should be because they have the equipment to do so, and it is beautiful. It looks very nice, but um, sometimes, other times it is very buggy and very gross. And I've heard that if you do not have an excellent PC or a next gen console, don't even bother buying it
Nope.
because like it will just not run on your PS4. It will be gross.
So
So I'm still gonna
yeah,
hold off a while, which was the original plan.
I think I still have a lot of faith in the game. I'm doing the exact same thing as you. Wait till I see all the content, see if I
Yeah,
want to invest $60 in it. Not the best launch, really
yeah.
isn't. And CDPR was just like we didn't show anything. So they came out with a statement this morning. They were like, first of all, we're sorry for not showing you what it looks like on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Mhm.
That's on us. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, it's on you. So last night, Sony was offering PlayStation players refunds for the game because on the PS4, so Xbox Ones and PS4s are supposed to be able to get 60 FPS at HD, 1080p.
Yeah.
This game plays at 15 FPS and 720p on a last gen console. It almost makes me wonder if you should bother developing the game for that console.
Honestly, no.
Like
Maybe for the Pro, like because the PS4 Pro you're supposed to have like 4K,
yeah, same
like
thing with the Xbox One
which
X.
didn't really happen.
It was all a gimmick. I mean, my
Yeah.
Xbox One S can do 4K, but only for video, like only
Mhm.
for like DVDs and stuff, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. But and like my Xbox One Series S that's coming can do 4K at 60 FPS in game, but I'm
That's
gonna have
sweet.
it do 120 FPS at HD
Yeah.
because frames win games.
Frames are very important.
Frames are the most important. But anyways, that's historically bad. Like no game I've ever seen is that bad.
No, I mean,
Uh,
I've seen screenshots in game of like Keanu, and it was like how it's supposed to look, and then it showed like the launch video, and then it was like this. Oh, I couldn't even tell who it was. It was so gross.
that's terrible. That's awful.
It
But I
was
mean,
like
the game
worse
is
than.
the game is janky right now,
Yeah, it definitely is. I still have high hopes. I think it's gonna end
for
up
sure.
being a big dub, but um, we'll see. I watched Lupo play it a
Mhm.
bunch. I watched Glad play it a little bit. Uh,
I'm gonna see if someone like
watched
Markiplier comes out with a
XQC
video.
play it.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Um, it looks fun. It looks fun, but I'm not gonna pay $60 for a game that I can't
No.
like enjoy with my friends.
Hmm. Well, the
Cause
multiplayer comes out in like a year, but
yeah, it's a
I mean,
long ass time, bro.
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna watch
Oh
YouTube
shit!
videos and
New
what's up?
GTA 5 heist tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm
all you
definitely gonna play
GTA
that.
fans, go hit it.
I still play GTA almost every day.
I've never played GTA, or I've played GTA like twice.
It's a very fun game. It again is kind of janky. It's a
But in the right
weird.
way, like like it's not meant to look beautiful like Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, no. The only thing I hate about GTA is the movement is like so weird because it's meant to be a third person game,
Right.
but like the sometimes you'll get like stuck or the mechanics will be screwed up. I don't know, but I still play it a lot. Yeah, New Heist tomorrow. You have to take over like some drug cartel's island. So you have
That's
to like
kind of
go in.
lit.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm
That's
actually
kind of
super
lit.
excited for that. Yeah.
World's first. Run it.
No, my gosh. Yeah.
So even though Cyberpunk is janky right now, it took the record for highest PC launch day in history. World of
Not
Warcraft,
too
WoW
surprised about that.
Shadowlands had it for like a week.
Yeah.
It broke the record on its launch, and Cyberpunk was like, "Fuck you." So
Ugh. I wonder. Well, also you kind of got to blame the fans because Cyberpunk they kept like delaying it, and they're like, we want to make it like a good product, so we're just gonna keep working on it because it's not where we expected it to be, and everybody's bitching about that. So they're like, fine, take it. You really want it that bad? Like, take it. So I
yeah,
mean,
I think that.
definitely expecting big things
I
in the
mean, I
future.
just feel like if you delay a game 9 months,
Yeah.
it's got to be
It.
done. Like
Yeah.
they've spent 8 years developing it. It's got to be done.
How do
That
you do that? How do you develop a game? How do you say so they started developing it in like
they started.
2012?
That was when Black Ops 2 was the pinnacle of video games,
Yeah.
and the graphics on that were okay at best.
Yeah. I mean, for the time, they
So,
were pretty good.
oh,
I
for the
still
time they
like
were
them.
sick. I still like them.
Yeah. Just the
But
feel.
how like that's the thing though. Like how do you plan for ray tracing 8 years before it comes out? And
You can.
I think that they just like incorporate it. Like once they were like, "Oh shit, we can use this tech."
Yeah.
I think I'll talk about this in a minute. But hardware, all the ray tracing and the RTX stuff, it's not ready. We're
No,
not
it's
ready to
not
have it. It's not worth the money at the moment.
economic yet.
I would buy
Yeah.
a 1080 Ti before I bought 2080 because if I'm going to use ray like it takes too much power.
Yeah.
And maybe I heard the 30 series cards are much better with ray tracing because they have double the power,
Mhm.
but I looking back on it, I probably should have hunted for a 1080 or 1080 Ti at the same price as a 2060 Super.
Yeah.
Um, but that's just me. So let's see what else we have now. So kicking it to a little bit of what's going on in our lives. I don't know about you, but I've always kind of been a low key Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
Always, when I was younger, had a bunch of cards.
Mhm.
Still have a bunch of cards.
I never knew how to play the game. I'd
No,
always be like,
not
I have a
once I ever
40
played the
guy,
game.
and they'd be like, I have a 60 guy. And, okay, you
Like,
win.
fuck you.
Yeah.
But I am now collecting Pokemon cards again. I have spent like $20 to buy 5 Pokemon cards in the last week. Now,
You get.
granted, so I got a. This is back from Diamond and Pearl. So my favorite Pokemon are Dialga and Articuno.
Mhm.
Articuno is an OG. Dialga came out with Diamond and Pearl.
Articuno's badass.
Articuno is badass. You want to know how much do you know what a PSA 10 is?
Yeah.
A
Like the
PSA,
grading system.
yeah, a PSA 10 Articuno holographic first edition is $1,000.
It's a lot of money.
Yep, a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
So
Thanks
I
to
got a
Logan Paul.
yeah, I got a Japanese Dialga EX because it was in near mint condition, and the guy was
Yeah.
offering it for a really good price. And I got a this is a more recent card. It's a Dialga or a Palkia GX, which is like the new EX card. The
Yeah.
designs look a lot better. It looks really cool, stuff like that. And
Mhm.
then I just ordered yesterday an Articuno GX, a Dialga GX, the metal version, and a new Dialga EX because the one I have right now is like torn apart. But
Sweet.
I literally
It's an
want to
investment, man.
drop like $100 and buy a booster box, which is like 36 booster packs.
Yeah, that'd be kind of electric.
Oh, I have no money for that though.
Yeah, that's
Someone
fair.
sponsor this podcast and get us to open a booster box.
I'll do it. Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
so down for that.
That'd
But
be kind of sweet.
I'm a child, so I'm now collecting Pokemon cards again.
Hell yeah.
But I kind of dig it. Like it's kind of fun.
Yeah. No, I mean, like it kind of exploded with that live stream when Logan Paul was opening all those cards, and now everybody's doing it.
Right.
I know Ludwig sponsored a Pokemon Week, so him and like 4 or 5 other creators each bought like $20,000 boxes and opened them live and like showed what they pulled from them, which is like that's just an insane amount of money. And he was like, "Guys, please don't do this. Like,
Yeah.
unless you're a content creator, like a huge content creator that's like
Do not spend the money to
doing
do
this
it.
as
Right.
content. Don't spend thousands and thousands of
I
dollars.
will not be spending more than like $5, $10 on a single card
Yeah.
unless I'm like a content creator. Like unless I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, this is a must-have card at a really good price.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because for me, it's just a hobby. For me, it's like, should I have on my desk? And I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool. But
Exactly. Yeah.
XQC opened a $27,000 uh box, and he got 42,000 worth of cards.
Damn.
So, I mean,
All about that Charizard.
yep. Well, I think the Charizard itself, if you get like the super rare one, it's worth like 5, 10 grand,
Isn't there ones that are worth like
50.
6 figs? I'm pretty sure there's Pokemon cards that are worth like hundreds of
It's
thousands of
I think
dollars.
it's like one.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
insane.
it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
It's absurd. But
That is wild.
anyways, that so all about the content creation. I
Yeah,
have a hot
baby.
take.
Let's hear it.
Nvidia Broadcast is the goat. If you have an Nvidia graphics card, everyone needs to go download it right now
Yeah.
because it does noise suppression on your mic. It does noise suppression on your headset. So like when you're listening to people, their background noise you don't hear,
Wow.
and it gives you a virtual green screen. So it takes away your background. So if you want to do something in on your stream or you're recording a YouTube video and you want to have like the game in the background, it does that.
That's crazy.
I recorded a little bit for YouTube on Friday and it was insane. It was sick.
Good shit.
But I
We got to
highly
use
recommend
that
it to
for
everyone.
our Call of Duty
Oh yeah, for
Let's
Black
Play
Ops
thing
2.
for the Black Ops 2 shit.
Yeah. I'm still working on figuring that out right now
Yeah.
cuz
Take your time.
they changed up how to do it and it's like
Okay. Yeah,
all
I
over the
was
fucking
looking it up.
place.
It's like a whole process. So I'm gonna wait for you to figure it out, and then you can explain it to me, and then we can do it like that.
I'll make a YouTube video on how to do it and then I'll send it to you and be like, "Hey."
Yeah, and then you'll get an extra view and an extra like.
Right. So speaking of YouTube, I've been thinking a lot, and like I recorded for almost 4 hours on Friday, and just realized this is not the video I want to make, so I'm not.
Hmm.
It won't be published. It's time consuming, but find a niche, and you'll really enjoy what you're recording.
Yeah,
So like
for
let's
sure.
plays, vlogs, unboxings of shit, like find that, and you will be solid gold. Like for me, I think I really want to explore playing through Minecraft mod packs, like ones that
Hmm.
release, and
Yeah.
just playing through that, like doing a review of it or whatever, because I'm a man child. But I mean, it's always been one of those games that's just super consistent with what they do, and
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's a fun
I
game.
and like we say all the time, once we get to college, the cameras will always be out,
Hell yeah,
content
baby.
24/7. All right, here's a big thing. We got 7 weeks until we move into college.
That is crazy.
And
That's creeping up, man.
I think the biggest question we've been asking each other, do we have any idea how we're going to execute our idea of recording in person? And I finally thought of it.
Let's hear it.
We get one camera and we
Hmm.
hook it up to a computer,
Hmm.
and then we put microphones on like the arms of chairs. So like we get microphone arms, like literally you bring what you have, and then I'll buy one too with my like snowball, and then we
Okay.
just sit in chairs in the room.
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
I mean, that's how like Hex does it. They sit in like
Yeah.
recliners.
Hecta.
We will not have recliners.
No.
We'll be on like beds.
We might have chairs.
Oh,
We'll
if we're
see.
getting really fancy with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess that leads me to ask you, what are like your biggest hopes for getting to college? Because we have no experience with college. We really don't like we have no expectation for what college should be.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, and I'll give my answer afterwards, what your biggest hope for college is. If you could be like, I can't wait to do this, what is it?
For me, probably like making friends and connections because I've heard that like networking and stuff in college is pretty huge. Like even with like professors, if you have a good relationship with a professor, they can like hook you up if they like because like they're very well connected too. And that's what's great about our school, how big it is and all the programs we offer. If you're super interested in something, even if it's a very specific thing, you'll probably be able to surround yourself with people who also enjoy your thing. So
Yeah. I completely agree with that. I think my biggest hope is just finally getting to fucking see people.
yeah,
Because
that's another
as we
big too.
know, things are kind of going south right now. They've rolled back a lot of the reopenings in the state, and we've just been doing a lot. Like I've basically accepted that until I get to school, I probably won't be able to see any of my friends,
Yeah,
which is fine for the greater good and all that. But it's difficult to think in your head like, oh shit, like 2 months before I see anyone, that's a long time.
yeah,
But
facts.
I think above all, I'm just happy to like see people, live my own life. Like at home, like I can live my own life to a certain extent, but I still have to abide by the house rules and
Exactly.
live the way I was brought up. But I have a
Hmm.
little different idea of how I want to live, like on my own. So
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
excited to see what works and what doesn't on that end.
I'm a little scared, not gonna lie, having
I'm
to actually
terrified.
take care of myself. Like nobody's
I'm
gonna
terrified.
pull me aside and be like, "Have you like eaten today?" Like I'll be like, "Oh
Fuck no.
shit!" Like no, I haven't.
Oh, 9:30. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It's just
No, don't worry. I'll knock on your door and be like, "Yo, we're going to dinner." Be like, "Oh shit. All right." Oh my god, dude. How the fuck are we gonna live at college?
figured out as we go. It's
we'll
and
we'll figure it out from the chairs.
yeah, from behind the camera,
Yep.
whatever.
So we talked about this at the beginning of the episode. It's Christmas season, but is it really Christmas season?
I need
The
some
trees
snow
are
on the
up.
ground,
The
man.
trees are up. The music's on. Where the fuck is the snow? Where are all the
It's waiting for
parties?
us.
Where are all the
Yeah,
presents?
exactly.
Doesn't feel like it.
No.
So I would kind of want to bring that up and ask what your top 5 favorite like parts of the holidays are.
Okay.
What do you think of during the holidays that you're just like and just get super gassed up about? It could be anything, food, songs, activities, anything.
Sure. Okay, for me, the number one thing is probably snow. Like
Really?
I'm
Holy
a big
burning
winter
hot
guy.
take.
I love some snow on the ground. It also makes me
Woo!
money. I make very good money
Oh, that's
shoveling
true.
snow.
Yeah.
And so I'm out there at like 5 a.m. with like three of my friends. We'll hop in the back of a pickup truck and drive over. I love the snow. I love I mean, this year it probably won't be, but usually it's like a very family oriented time with like extended family not seeing all
Yeah.
the time. Um, so that's also very nice. Number three is like the parties with my friend group. We'll do like a Secret Santa, stuff like that,
Yeah,
which we will probably still be able to do to an extent because like we're all in the same town. We're all seeing each other already. We kind of just have our little circle, and that's what we
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Um, who Number four, gotta love Christmas music,
Yep.
but I'm a big after Thanksgiving guy for Christmas music. That's when I feel like it's okay to
Yeah.
start playing Christmas music.
I think Black Friday to New Year's Day is when you can play Christmas music.
I 100% agree with you. I'm glad we're on the same page there. Some people are like September 1st, like Mariah Carey. I'm like, nah, bro. Like,
Bro,
you gotta
I had one of my friends send me a picture of her Christmas music playlist on November 1st.
too early.
I was like, "You still have pumpkins up in your room."
Yeah, exactly. You gotta one holiday at a time. One holiday at a time.
Oh my god. These October like Halloween to Christmas is the best stretch of the year.
Yeah,
You got to
it's a great
appreciate every
stretch.
day. You can't just be like, "Nah, Christmas all the way through."
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. What's number 5?
And then the last one is just like I don't know, it's kind of a combination of everything. Like just the environment, like everybody. Once it's like Christmas season, most people are like in a better mood.
Yep.
Like there's always like Christmas movies on. Everybody wants to like make cookies. Just like the warm feeling you get, you know,
The vibe.
the
I
vibe.
I
That wasn't
100%
in
agree.
any order except snow. which I get is
Oh,
kind of a hot
I
take.
don't
But
even know
once
what
it
my
gets
number
to
one is. Yeah, dude, that is an extremely hot take.
mid-January, every New Englander's like, "Oh, I should live in fucking Florida."
So before I do my top five, I mean, I have this as a question: would you rather live here, further north, or further south for the holidays?
Um, I'm gonna say here, unless it doesn't snow. Then I'd rather live a little further north where it was snowing.
Yeah,
But usually I like it here because it's like you get. I mean, I don't know. I like having 4 seasons, man.
yeah, I
You
agree.
know, it's cold in the winter, warm in the summer, and a little bit in between the spring, the fall. I'm not
I agree.
complaining. What about yourself? And then let's hear your top five.
I think for me, I think you're right. Just live here
Yeah,
because it's cold as balls, and I love the cold weather.
wicked, wicked, awesome.
But there's no reason to leave. I don't get
I
Fenway
understand. Agree
Park
with
if
you.
I leave. That's my thing.
Yeah,
That's
you
like
don't get
I think that
City
actually might
Champions.
be 45% of the reason why I don't leave the city.
Yeah,
Because I
I
don't get
respect it.
I don't get fucking Fenway Park if I don't
I'm not gonna criticize you for that take.
right. All the massholes, those are my people.
We hate each
So
other, we hate ourselves, but we also love each other.
very true, very true. So my number one has to be Christmas parties. Like with the family.
Yeah.
There's just because it's guaranteed presents for everyone.
Mhm.
It's banger food all the time.
Oh.
Everyone's talking about like sports because they're all in swing.
Mhm.
Basketball is ramping up, hockey's ramping up, football we're getting ready for the offs if you're any year but this year, and baseball usually something happens, the winter meetings.
There's some
But
rumblings.
speaking of the Red Sox, Hunter Renfro, 1 year
Yeah, I
contract
saw that
today.
and I was like, "Wait, so like he's not playing football for the Raiders anymore?"
Yeah,
It's
might be a
funny
different
because
guy.
yeah, it is a different guy. It's the exact same name, but yeah, he's a wide receiver for the Raiders.
Right,
Hunter
the
Renfro.
Raiders.
The
So number
Raiders.
one, absolutely is Christmas parties. I think number two, Christmas cookies, banger,
Heat.
fire. Um,
I'm liking your list. I'm liking it.
let's see. I think number three, the vibe, the Christmas vibe. Everyone
Yeah.
is just a little bit happier, or if you're in
Mhm.
Massachusetts, a little bit less pissed off than usual.
We don't get happy. We get less pissed off.
That's like saying I don't like anyone. I hate people less and less.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Number four. This is what happens. I have three good ones, and then number four and number five. I'm just like, I'm gonna say sledding. Sledding,
Sledding's fun.
or I should say winter activities, snow
Yeah.
sports.
Snow
I'm a
sports.
huge skiing guy. I've been skiing since I was like 4. I love
Oh
skiing more
yeah.
than anything else in the world. But
Yeah.
you take me to a
Amen.
badass sledding hill where I can seriously hurt myself. We got a day.
That's good shit right
We
there.
got a day.
Yeah.
And I'll wrap it up and say number five, hot chocolate. It is a top five part of the holidays. I don't really consider hot chocolate outside of the holidays
Mhm.
just because of how I am. But hot chocolate is undeniably one of the best things to have during the holidays.
It's a pretty solid list. I like it.
Yeah. So
Good
a
stuff.
couple more topics. We only have two more here. Do you think every Christmas artist should be able to make a Christmas album? I mean, not every Christmas artist. Every artist should be able to make a Christmas album. I want to hear your
No,
thoughts.
definitely not. Like 100% no. I think that there's a niche of artists who almost exclusively exist in the Christmas genre, and that's
Looking at
how
you, Michael Bublé.
yeah, that's kind of like how I like to look at them, you know? I'm not going to listen to a Michael Bublé song unless it's like his
A
rendition
wedding.
of a classic. Yeah. And Mariah Carey, I do not have her on repeat usually, but the Christmas season I will.
Usually.
Justin Bieber is an exception to that rule,
Oh,
I will
really?
say. He has a pretty good Christmas album,
Okay,
and
okay.
I like his normal music, normal music, non-holiday
It's
music as
traditional
well.
music.
Yeah, but then every once in a while, some dude who's like look some like rapper will be like try to make a Christmas album, and you're like, bro, like no. So I yeah, absolutely not.
I completely agree. There is a finite amount of artists who should be able to make a Christmas album, and we all know who they are.
Yeah,
We all know you hear the OG Jingle Bell Rock, you're like, that's it. That's the
exactly.
one.
And it's
And like,
mostly not stuff that's come out in the past like 5 to 10 years.
right.
My
Christmas
personal
music was
favorites, you know.
perfected years ago.
Oh yeah.
We did not need to change it. I
You
think
do not
that
need to
my
reinvent the wheel here, people.
right. My two exceptions would probably be Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande. They
That's fair.
they've good Christmases. Although
Yeah.
Ariana Grande put a weird pop twist on her Christmas music, and the jury's out on whether I really like it or not.
Yeah.
But Taylor Swift.
This is fire.
Shout out Taylor Swift's album Evermore. Good
That was
album.
pretty good.
Great
Shout out
album.
Kid Cudi's new album, Man on the Moon 3. Also very good.
Very good. All right. Let's wrap it up here. I think we're just approaching an hour. Make sure you guys follow the Twitter at Cage Lions Pod. By the time you guys see this, we will have actual graphics.
Let's go.
Holy shit.
We tweet a lot too.
We do tweet a
now.
lot. We do tweet a lot.
I'll go
We're big
on.
Twitter guys.
When I'm bored, I'll just go on and see if I can like react to shit on Twitter.
Honestly, that'd be a
much what I
banger YouTube video. Reacting to our masshole Twitter feed.
Going through what we tweeted like last week, being like, ooh, I was really mad about something, wasn't I?
Oh, the Patriots muffed a kick. Oh.
Yeah, I said things that I would not want my mother to hear me say.
So seriously, make sure you guys comment what you want us to talk about for next episode, next week, next month, next fucking year. And also a quick shout out to our UMass people. Anyone that got in early decision, congratulations, guys. UMass 2025. We're happy to have you. Hopefully we'll see you on campus next year. We should, right?
Hell yeah.
We should have the vaccine by then, right?
Yeah.
Because Massachusetts was like April to June.
Yeah, they said that was gonna be rolling out for like normal everyday people. I think Loki the summer might be not absolutely normal, but like
I think
almost.
I think you and I would be able to catch a Red Sox game by the end of the summer.
Yeah,
I think it's
Which
not
we-
unrealistic.
which we will. If it's a possibility, we're gonna make it happen.
100%. So, and if you guys really enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. We really appreciate it. For anyone that stopped by in general, we're still getting our feet off the ground here, but we are having a ton of fun, and you guys make it fun.
Yeah.
And if you're really, 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 really having a good time, drop a sub, and we'll appreciate you forever. You'll be one of the OGs. The Discord is seriously coming soon. We're working on it. The rate of which we're working on it. But it's coming soon. We'll have it eventually. We're just fine-tuning a couple things. One of our buddies working on some bots and some stuff to prevent raids and stuff like that. You can find the Discord down there. Yeah, that side. And I will be recording someday.
Me too.
At some point.
I'm waiting for inspiration to hit me. One day I'm gonna be watching a YouTube video and be like, wait a minute.
That's it, baby!
Exactly. Eureka! And then I'm gonna be up till 4 a.m. like trying to perfect it. I'm gonna wake up the next day and be like, I need to start all over.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
All
Gotta
right.
sleep on it.
Yeah. All right. Any last words for anyone until Thursday?
Go Browns.
Go Browns. And with that, we will leave you guys. We will catch you on Thursday. Have a great Tuesday and Wednesday. And stay roaring. Happy holidays.
Much love, guys.